I can't think of how many videos I have started, not edited to start, but gotten in the car and said, oh my God! Just to give you an idea, guys, how hot it actually is out here. My GoPro, I have an adapter so I can hook my good microphone up to my GoPro. The adapter almost melted out of its socket that was hooked into the GoPro. That's how hot it is today. 99.7 says my thermometer right outside my front door of my house. So therefore, it translates to, well, when I first opened the car, it's probably over 100 degrees in this car when I was setting the camera stuff up. So how you guys doing today? Oh my God. In the words of Roadkill, if you want air conditioning, you drive about 40 miles an hour, you roll down the windows and the air conditions you. Today's video is gonna be a little bit, it's techie, and then it's gonna be personal. Oh my gosh, the clouds are beautiful today. I hope my camera in the back's getting this. My gosh, they're beautiful. I've never seen clouds like that before. Like that's unbelievable. Today we're driving my daily driver Altima, and the reason for that is because I wanted to give my vent a little bit of a break after my 1,000 subscriber deal. Amazing support, by the way, on those videos. You guys have been killing the like game recently. We almost hit like 80 likes on the 1,000 subscriber deal. Like, that's insane. Good job, guys. Thank you for the support. I can't say thank you enough. I really can't. As you guys are watching this video, I think we're already at 1,200 subscribers. Like, this really is ridiculous. We've gained like over 200 subscribers in a day. A day. For all you people that are coming over from Street Speed, hi, my name is Jimbo. This Honda that's in front of me, I don't know if this back camera's getting it, but where the Honda logo used to be, it looks like he got mad at it and just punched the back of where the Honda logo used to be, because there's a dent there, but the Honda logo's gone. And then he's got pieces of his interior that I think he plasti dipped. And they're this lime green color. I mean, it looks horrible. See, when I talked about it in another video, someone got mad at me. They're like, rice burner Hondas. They quoted me. You know, that's the rice burner I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Hondas that make 700 horsepower, you see. I'm talking about the guys that buy a Honda that has like 120K on the clock and then put an exhaust on it that, you know, makes it sound like a weed whacker. That's a rice burner. Anyway, today's video is gonna be a little bit techie, and the reason I say that is because a subscriber asked me, and I am so sorry I've forgotten your name, but I'll put the comment right down here somewhere. The guy asked me if I could send him all the links to the stuff I use to make a video. I don't want to send you all the links. What I will do is I will tell you everything I use, and then you can shop around as you please. My main granddaddy camera is a Panasonic GH4. Well, Lumix GH4 if you want to call it that. The reason I bought that is because it shoots 4K, unlike a lot of cameras around that same price range, and it can shoot slow motion, which I haven't really. I then use something called a Metabone speed booster. Well, shit, I didn't even know that car could screech the tires, my God. Oddly enough, that dude in blue, David, he uses the same camera setup that I do. No, I didn't just copy him, but when I was watching one of his videos, he's like, new camera setup, and I'm watching, I'm like, wait, that's the stuff I used. Metabone speed booster, and basically it's a lens adapter. It's an overpriced lens adapter that costs way too much money. But basically it's an over-glorified lens adapter that lets me get the shots, the angles, and the lighting that I want. And I've got a slew of different lenses I use, and I got them all at different times in my life. Most notably, the one that I use in most of my videos that you'll see, I use a 17 to 50 millimeter, I think it's a Tamron, I think it's a Tamron lens. I have a 30 millimeter Sigma, an 8 millimeter Samyang that really is not that great of a lens. A 50 millimeter that's a completely manual lens, which has like an aperture of 1.4. It's amazing. And then what this camera behind me is using is my my 1855 millimeter is the lens that's on there. All these are Canon lenses or Canon mount lenses. The camera that's behind me right now, that I'm now pointing at, hi back camera, it's a Lumix GH1. This was the first camera that I ever got for like video stuff. Like a year ago, the 4 videos that were posted on my channel back like in March, if you look, they were filmed with the camera behind me. And I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. Everybody's screeching tires today. Is it just because I don't have my vet out? Anyway, if you're just getting into video, I mean, you really don't need much. Nowadays, you can just buy a GoPro and really get some nice shots. But, you know, at the time, I really wanted to get like a DSLR, and I knew at the time one of the big things that people were doing were they were doing what was called a bitrate hack, which basically made the quality of the image that came out of the GH1 much better, and I wanted to do that, so I did it. And you know, the camera caused me so many problems after I did that, but it got decent looking video. The camera behind me I have refused to sell because of these kinds of instances. If I want another angle, I want another type of shot at the same time as filming like something like this on a GoPro, I can hook this bad boy up. And the nice thing is, God, it is way too hot. Air conditioning maybe? And then of course, what I film most of my like driving vlogs with, this is a GoPro 3, GoPro 4, I really don't remember. It's the one that tops out at 2.7K for 24 frames per second, and then only can film 15 frames per second at 4K, which I've never used. I really hope this cop doesn't see all my cameras hooked up to this car. I'm just gonna keep driving, keep driving, keep driving. Okay, we're good. Oh, don't make a U-turn. In terms of audio, I'm actually really mad about this because in order for me to use my microphone that I use for my other videos, it's a Rode VideoMic Pro. It's a good microphone, I love it. But in order for me to hook that up to the GoPro, I need to buy a USB adapter, mini USB male to a 3.5mm headphone jack female. So male to female, and I can hook up the microphone to the GoPro. The cable I have now creates a staticky effect, and maybe in some of my other videos you guys have noticed it, but I got another cable from GoPro, I ordered it off Amazon, and I can't find it. So I'm recording this with the old cable after I just spent $20 for the same one. And then I've got, you know, I don't even remember what tripod I had, I've had it for years. It is literally like I am sticking my head out in front of a blow dryer. It is so fucking hot! And the worst part is, in a couple months, I'm gonna be saying, it's so fucking cold. Gotta love Maryland. The second part of this video is a bit more into my personal life. I had a couple people asking me in the comments, could you do some videos about your daily driver? And the immediate answer was like, yeah, why not? The thing is about my daily driver, it isn't just a daily driver. There's a significant story behind this car. And in order for me to tell that story, it requires me to finish the feature film I'm working on for it. However, I can give you guys a little bit of information on it. Let me park real quick and I can, okay. This car, I didn't pay for this car. I didn't pay for anything with this car. This car came from my uncle. You see, my uncle, a little over a year ago, sometime in February of 2014, he passed away. And my uncle was a very, very big part of my life. You know, I always was looking forward to him. He'd come down from Connecticut, you know, during the holidays. And it was so cool to have him come down because he was always, you know, down for anything. He'd always want to, you know, do anything that I wanted to do. We were both into cars, especially old cars. That was something we both really liked. And, you know, I remember, you know, saying goodbye to him the last time, and I didn't go to the airport with my dad to drop him off. And I remember even saying to myself, I should have gone. And I really should have, because, you know, when I said goodbye to my uncle when he left the house for the last time to get on the airplane to go back home, that was the last I ever saw him. You know, I actually have a picture of him in here that I keep. This right here is my Uncle Bob. In fact, if you watched my Corvette video, like me getting the Corvette, it even says in there, you know, I was looking through where we used to pick my Uncle Bob up in BWI because I hadn't been there in years. When he left, man, it was so bad. And I will never, ever forget that night when we were eating dinner and a phone went off and all of a sudden we find out that my uncle was no longer with us. And I'm like, what? It is kind of hard to talk about, but when he passed, I knew that this car was down at in Connecticut and my dad was gonna sell it at first. And I said to him, I was like, let's not sell it. You know, I'm about to get my permit soon. You know, let's bring it back down to Maryland. And after, you know, numerous conversations with my parents, like I'm talking about like yelling at my parents, and you know, so much went into getting this car back down here because we didn't want to bring it back down. I am sweating. I cannot believe how much I am sweating. You know, I had known him for my entire life. He'd come down ever since I was just a little kid. And I'd always get, when I remember when I was younger, I would count down the days to him coming down for Christmas or, you know, Thanksgiving or Easter. And it was at the time when Easter was very close to my birthday, so it felt like he was coming down for my birthday. But we brought this Altima back down. We took a bus to Connecticut. We brought the car back down. We just drove it all the way home. And I know that although he's not here with me now, I know that, you know, it reminds me of him every day, and I know he's still with me. when I sit down in this car and I put my hands on the wheel, and it brings back memories, because this car's been in my family since brand new. My dad bought it, he gave it to my uncle because my uncle had a Buick or an Oldsmobile or something that barely ran. I remember when I was a little kid getting driven back by my dad from McDonald's, and you know, looking up from back here at this seat, looking up because I couldn't see over the window on the bottom, like to the ground. Junior year of high school, I'm in a film class, and the last film assignment was making a music video. And this was right around the time that Fast and the Furious 7 came out and that infamous song See You Again came on. And I knew when I heard that song, I need to make a music video in tribute to my Uncle Bob. So I got the song, I started filming with my friend Jason, who's in, I think, my second video on this channel. And we filmed it, and I shit you not, it took me so long to edit because of how hard I was crying. I was really happy that I made the video, and the people I showed it to, and my family, you know, they were like, this is beautiful. We're glad you did this. But yeah, this car is never gonna leave my possession. Even when the transmission blows up or the engine blows up, I'll get it rebuilt. I'm not gonna change it. It's gonna stay a 4-speed flush box automatic. You know, it's gonna stay a 4-cylinder K24DE in the front. It's going to stay the way it is. You know, I learned to drive in this car, and you know, my uncle was sitting right here with me. You know, I didn't see him, but he was right here with me. I never use the word dead, because dead, you know, to me, dead means no longer around, no longer living, no longer a part of this world. And that's not true. I think about my uncle every day, and the memories that I have with him still live. I still have videos of him, you know, or him taking videos, because he always took pictures and videos all the time. I have very fond memories of him. And this is something that I keep and I drive and I love because it reminds me of him and all the memories I had with him. So without further ado, guys, I've never posted this video anywhere. The only people that have seen it are the people that I showed it to. This is my music video I made over a year ago in tribute to my Uncle Bob. Enjoy.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through, that I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
You know, Uncle Bob, someday I'm gonna buy a 64 Impala, and I'm gonna put hydraulics on it, and we're gonna go cruising down Crooked Creek Drive, and we're gonna be hopping it. The last message I ever received from my uncle was a note at the bottom of a birthday card. It read, "Jim, I hope we will always remain as close as an uncle and nephew can be, no matter what happens." It is now a sticker on the back of his old car. My uncle will always remain in my heart. More importantly, he will always be my best friend.
Is your name? We're sitting here in First Watch waiting for our meal.
Now you guys understand why I love this car so much. You know, everything about this car, you know, everything reminds me of him. You know, I remember getting driven by him in this car when I'd visit him in Connecticut. If you guys have noticed, I try to wear the same sunglasses per car that I drive. The Corvette, I wear red sunglasses. For this car, if you ever noticed, the only sunglasses I have ever worn in this car have been these. And these sunglasses, they don't leave this car. I never want to lose these sunglasses because, as you guys can, you know, guess now, these were my uncle's sunglasses. I've got countless pictures of my uncle and pictures he's taken of me, and it really is amazing because although my uncle never had a family, he never had kids, and my dad was telling me, you know, when we were in Connecticut cleaning out his house, because when he, you know, passed, you know, it's February, it's freezing in the house, and we're talking because, you know, we got to take our mind off the cold somehow. My dad's telling me about, you know, he never had a family, but he saw you and Annie, you as in me, as his own family, a family of his own. And the impact he had on my life and the amount of time he was with me in my life, I really did see him as such. Anyway, guys, I know today's video was, you know, it wasn't exactly the most upbeat video in the world. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. By the way, if you guys are wondering where I got the shots of the 64 Impala, I ripped those off another YouTube video, and that's why this video will have no ads on it. The reason it was in there was because, and it wasn't explained in the video, it was just shown. The last conversation I had with my uncle, you know, not just goodbye, but the last conversation I had with him that I remember was, I was sitting in front of a computer looking at 64 Impalas, because I really wanted to get one day, turn it into a lowrider. And he's looking at them, he's like, wow, that's really nice, you know, he really liked old cars. And I just turned him and I said to him, you know, Uncle Bob, one day I'm gonna get a 64 Impala and I'm gonna put hydraulics on it and we're gonna hop it down Crooked Creek Drive. And he tells me, you know, yeah, you know, I hope so. That'd be really, really cool. And although I didn't get to live up to that, I'm still going to get that car. And hopefully I'm still doing YouTube at that time when I get that car and I can show it to you guys. It's gonna be an amazing day when I finally do get that car, because, you know, it's not about just getting the car, it's about the memories that that car holds, the significance that that car holds. You know, it's like the Corvette. The Corvette is not the fastest car in the world. There are many faster cars and many, you know, better cars I could have gotten. If I really wanted speed, I would have bought an F-body from 1998 with an LS motor in it. It would have been cheaper too, but that's not why I bought that car. I bought that car because I worked my ass off for it and I thought about it every day for over a year. And finally, when I had the money, when I had the resources and the time was right, I bought it. And then YouTube started, and it was the best thing that ever happened in my life. All right, guys, I'm done talking. I can't really talk anymore. I have another video coming tomorrow that involves me getting completely covered in eggs, and I look like the gayest man in the world, but that's not important. It's funny, and it's entertaining, and that's why I make it, because it entertains you and entertains me. Also, the main reason I'm doing this is fun, man. I enjoy doing this. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys watching the video. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for like 1,200 subscribers now. You guys have a good day. Bye-bye.